Well, it was a heck of a day with some really great finds and some awesome history saved. Well, welcome to Finding America. It is really great to see you here. Now, this week's episode picks up where we left off during last week's episode, on that awesome pile of dirt. Now, I still had a few more things to show you that we found at that pile of dirt, and after that, we grabbed our Equinox 800s and started to head towards our new permission. And that's when we found more piles of dirt. So we had to hunt those, but we still eventually made it to our new permission, making great finds every step of the way. Chris came up to show me an awesome bottle.
This is a real heartbreaker.
Oh yeah.
That was a fresh break from the dozer, but
jeez.
Patented March 6th, 1883.
That is awesome.
28. No idea what that was for, but the bottom says Bigsby and Company, S&M.
S.M. Bixby and Company. So gonna try to look that one up, but oh man, I
Big
wish
old corker.
It's a shame the dozer got that one.
Yeah.
That is an old bottle. That's like 140 years old. Very cool, man.
I wish I found the other piece.
Yeah. Well, Chris found something pretty cool with this dirt pile.
Fancy knob.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah, it's got a cool pattern on it.
Wow. Now, we even know the house that this came from.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty neat.
And so that makes it really special. And yeah, it's just a neat piece. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and pop a picture of the original house and the women that lived there.
Yeah.
So you guys can see it, but it was pretty cool. It was built in 1892, I believe.
Well-used knob.
Yep, very cool. Well, this is another great example of the wonders of using apple cider vinegar. Just a 15-minute soak, a quick rinse, and a brush, and this is how that doorknob turned out. Well, this was kind of funny. We were just kind of walking along, dragging our coils and yakking because we were going to another area over here they scraped. Chris got a nice little high tone, and what you got?
Figured I'd stop.
Look, it's really deep too.
Oh my God, an elbow.
A gnat's elbow.
Yeah, it looks like a Merc maybe.
Unbelievable. That is such a chance find out here in the middle of the field.
Let's see.
Woohoo.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's all right.
Looks like a 40 something.
Nice.
Cool. It's in good shape.
Oh, there you go.
Spray in the back. I'm keeping my silver streak alive.
Yeah, we're heading over to an area where I got the watch fob, that shoe store watch fob. And what year?
40
something, huh? That's good.
43.
There you go. And they actually scraped the entire area of that yard. And I'm so glad I got that watch fob before they did that, because we probably would have lost it. Well, I was getting a nice 15 signal. Dug down quite a ways. We're hunting these big dirt piles of what used to be the front yard of an old Victorian. But turns out I got a bale seal. And it's pretty off center, so I can't really tell much about it, but definitely an older one. Well, I was kind of working this pile right here, and I felt my foot hit something, and you'll never believe this. Look at this. Look at the size of that bottle. Oh, that's amazing. The heavy equipment dug it up. It has one chip right here at the top, but other than that, look at the size of this thing. I'm having to stretch my arm out to get in frame here, but Look at that. That is amazing. What a great looking bottle. Wow. I don't see any markings on it. But that is very cool, and that's definitely going home with me. Just that one little chip up there, but that's amazing that that didn't break. So very happy to get that, and I guess you can say I stumbled upon it because I pretty much stepped on the corner of it down on the base here, and then I pulled it out of the dirt. So pretty cool. Well, Chris came over and he found a little Civil War relic.
It's a 3-ringer.
Oh yeah.
Completely mushroomed out, but you can still see some of the lines on the side and the divot. That thing hit something hard.
Yeah, it did. It was definitely fired.
Pretty cool.
Definitely cool. So another thing in these piles of dirt, and we're gonna get to that new permission sometime soon. We just keep finding stuff on the way.
I know this isn't going to be here very long, but those lots are going to be there forever. So.
Yeah, so we saw these dirt piles over here where they were scraping, so we're hitting those before we get over there. We're almost there though. Well, I was just walking around the base of this huge mound right here, and I got a 15 and I dug down and I felt it hit some like thin rusty metal, and I'm like, piece of junk. And then I went ahead and dug it out. Man, am I glad I did. It's only part of one, but it's the best part of one. It's an old license plate, and I'm going to show you the date on this thing. Look at that. 1918. 1918. That is incredible. I have never dug one that old. I only wish it was all there, but I'm glad that that portion is there. That is amazing. That's the oldest license plate I have ever dug. Very happy to have that. That's insane. Still working this dirt pile here, and I was getting a 14-15. Dug down and check it out. It's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll be able to get it straightened out because it's an iron, thin metal door plate. There's a hole for the doorknob, but as you can see, it had a keyhole for a skeleton key. So that is a really cool piece, and another old piece there. Pretty cool. Well, still working this dirt pile with the small coil. Got a banging 23 signal. Dug down about 6-7 inches, and this is pretty cool. I just wish it was in better shape because this was an awesome piece. But that is an old 50s toy car. You can see the Dagmars here, the bullets on the front bumper. I'm not sure exactly what kind of car it was. I don't know. But here's one of the tires still there. It's seen better days. I wish it was whole, but still a pretty interesting little piece. Well, you might remember this mystery find from a video a couple weeks back called Big Silver Scores. Well, that one had Chris and me very puzzled, but luckily I had Jeff Bonderer watching the episode, and he was the very first person to actually let me know exactly what that piece was. And it turns out it's a 3-legged tabletop magnifying glass, and it was used back in the day to look at old maps and things like old coins and stamps. Well, that was a really unique find that Chris had made there, and it was definitely something that you could understand finding at the site of an old college. So a huge thanks from Chris and myself to Jeff and all the other viewers that ventured guesses as to what that piece was. Well, Just started hunting next to this early 1900s house, and got a decent signal here. It was about a 24. It was way down there, about 6 inches underneath this big root. Finally got it out, and it's going to be a 1940s Wheatie. I got a couple clad quarters and a nickel, and this is my first old target, so hopefully we find some more. Well, this one was giving me 18-19. Saw the penny, thought it might be an Indian, but it actually was a Wheatie on edge, and I wiped it off real quick, saved some time, but it's a 1945. So 2 Wheaties so far. Well, this one was giving me a 26. It's only a few inches down. It was in the plug, but looks like I have a dog tag in the shape of a hydrant, it looks like. Yeah, it's not going to be too old. Nope, 2004. So pretty cool, and keep on going. Well, this one was giving me a 25-26, and I dug down, and I have no idea what it is, but it does have a patent date on it of June 10th, 1924. It's got something else written here. I'll have to get it cleaned up, but this might be the new mystery item. Well, I was getting a 26-27. Yeah, Chris just walked up. I told him I think I have a token, and the way it was moving, yeah, it's light. It's definitely aluminum. Might be presidential.
Oh, it's not going to jinx it, but that's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like George Washington. So I will take that.
That was the $1,000 one, wasn't it?
I don't know. Yep, I think that is a Shell gas station presidential game token.
Cool.
So that's pretty cool. It looks to be in really good shape.
You're gonna have the whole set soon.
I hope so. Well, Chris is bushwhacking towards the rear of the property here.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working. So, and he's on the board with an Indian himself now.
Yeah, really chunky.
Yeah.
I can't get a date off of it at all.
No, we've tried to toothpick it. That one's going to need some boiling hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, something good. A good bath.
Yep. So, should be able to get a date off it when I get home, but not too bad. Second Indian today.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, Chris came out of the bushes.
Save you the trip.
Yeah, but check it out.
Little tiny sterling ring.
Little girl's ring, I guess.
Yeah. It's got some different markings. I can read sterling, and then it's got some kind of name in it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually sterling means it's a little bit older.
Well,
925.
Yeah, that's true. It's definitely an old ring. It's missing the stone, unfortunately, but boy, that's nice, man.
Pretty.
Definitely like that. Cool deal. Well, I had to come back into the bushes.
I told Greg, I said I got double eagles.
Double eagle.
Not what you're thinking. The first one I pulled out and I almost screamed, but then I cleaned the back off, and it's an earlier one, but it's a no cash value for play only token, replay only token.
Yeah.
It's got the eagle on it.
Little arcade token.
So then I stood up.
Get a look at that. That's pretty cool.
Literally 4 inches over from it.
Oh, you've been hiding it from me.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Holy, whoa! That's a great coat button.
A great coat button.
Yeah, it is.
That is a honker.
Wow. Nice.
Shank on the back and everything.
Yeah, that just looks. I'll have to see what the background looks like, but that could be World War I.
I'm not calling it a spill, but that was a cool little double hole.
Double eagles. There you go. That's pretty darn cool, man. Yeah, that's a
That's going to clean up.
That's
nice.
a big great coat. So World War I or II, definitely an early button.
Yeah.
Back mark on it and everything.
2-piece.
Hey man, that's awesome. See, it pays to bushwhack. Well, I got something pretty cool in this hole. This is giving me a 1920. Dug down and saw the edge, and I thought, oh man, a pull tab. But check it out. I've cleaned it up, but look at that. That is an airman's collar insignia, I believe. But check that out. It's got the propeller with the wings. Kind of goes along with the eagle button that Chris found over there in the woods. I'm hunting this grassy area and he's over there in the bushes there, so we're not too far from where we got that eagle button. And this is another World War II piece. Very cool. Very, very glad to have that. Well, it turns out that is a really rare and hard to find piece. That was the only specific collar insignia ever issued for the newly formed Air Force in 1947. Well, things were a little unorganized when the Air Force was first formed following World War II. They still hadn't decided on a new uniform for the new service, so they decided to just use their former uniforms with the U.S. Army Air Corps in olive drab green with gold-plated buttons and insignia. Well, these olive drab uniforms and the gold insignia that I found were only used for 2 years. By 1950, the Air Force had finally decided it was going to be a blue uniform with silver-plated buttons and insignia. Now, one other thing they decided they didn't need an Air Force-specific collar insignia because everyone was going to recognize they were Air Force wearing those blue uniforms. So that insignia is actually a very hard-to-find piece. Well, this one definitely surprised me. I was getting a 20, 21. I saw something round and I'm like, oh, maybe I got an Indian. But check it out. It's a Merc. And it must have been standing on edge, and it is heavily worn. Ooh, it's a teens Merc too. But it's in pretty bad shape, so I'm just gonna pop the dirt off, but not too shabby. Wow. I definitely did not see that one coming. I tell you, it's kind of weird. It's almost like it's smushed out. It's much larger than a dime. It's almost like, yeah, it's almost like someone hammered it. Because it's actually the size of a penny. That is bizarre. It's 19 something. It's in the teens, but it's in bad shape. But I'll get it cleaned up when I get home, and we'll see what the date is. But hey, I'm happy. Piece of silver. Well, from what I can tell, it's a 1918. But look at that. It's actually bigger than a penny. Someone did something to smush this one out. But I will take it. I'll tell you what, even as ugly as it is, it looked pretty nice to me. Well, I always love a day when we have a huge variety of finds, and this one definitely fit that bill. Now, I really hope you enjoyed watching this one, but don't go anywhere just yet because I have some very cool historic photos of America's flyboys and gals coming up in just a few seconds, and I know you're not going to want to miss these. And remember, it's history that makes a find a treasure, and I cannot wait to see you back here next week on Finding America.